Now we started with this one. Now in the Parliament House of Ghana, we saw, my God, one of the biggest embarrassments in the history of this country. We saw people that we were taught to call honorables behaving exactly the opposite, dishonorables. My brother, my sister, it hurts my heart, my body, and my soul when I see people who are supposed to be mentors to mentees behaving like animals. It's so unfortunate, my brother, my sister, that your whole constituency of how many people will vote for you, give the little power that they have in bulk, handing it over to you so that you can go and represent them in parliament, only for you to go and behave like one of those animals in the bush. My brother, my sister, let me not mince words. Now, after the parliamentary elections, that's what I want to dwell on, NDC officially had 137, NPP 137, and then there was one independent candidate who has become the most important person in politics in Ghana right about now. A man who was vilified, insulted, and thrown out of the ship like Jonah for the whale to swallow. Well, this time around, the whale refused to swallow him, and he came out, not in any other part of the country, but right here in Ghana. My brother, my sister, and at the end of it all, he has become the most important commodity. His whole party is now begging him and apologizing to him, and he's also calling the shots right now. There was supposed to be a voting because it was a hung parliament. And for that reason, the one candidate, Fomina, was supposed to play a very important role. He already gave his power to the NPP after they came to a certain kind of agreement. My brother, my sister, some shameful agreement. Now, your constitution says if any member of your party leaves your party and decides to go independent, he will be immediately expelled from the party. That was what the party did. Expelled him, sent him away, disgraced him, vilified him, and kicked him out in the middle of the parliament. Now the guy, believing himself, went ahead, stood as an independent candidate, won the hearts of the people, and today he's the one you all are running around like sheep after fodder. Sister, my God have mercy. See what happened next. Now the voting was going on, voting was going on, voting was going on. Who was going to be the new Speaker of Parliament? And shamefully, they brought Professor Michael Quay, an old man who struggles to walk. So much, Professor Michael Quay. He's a man I would always respect. There's no day I will say I would not respect a man like that. Imagine Professor Mike Okwe is sitting in parliament and all of a sudden he feels like he has to MP or he has to use the loo. Would he break the parliament and go to the loo? How long is he going to take him to walk from where he is to the loo, or is he going to be carried all the way to the loo? Let's be honest, let's stand. If there are young people who can do the work, why do you force all retired, long retired people into this caboodle? This is what Ghanaians are refusing to understand. If there are younger people with the same or even better argument, why do you glorify old age, or better still, insult old age like that, my brother, my sister? Also struggling to get out of his car, and he also agreed to contest. This was the same man who said Kwame Nkrumah was only T. And he was one of the founders and not the founder of Ghana. I won't go deeper into that. I leave it there. Thankfully, Michael Quay lost. Now he can have a peaceful retirement and rest well and tell an assessment to his little grandsons and great-grandchildren. Insult all people like this in Ghana. Look at them willing to come out of his car. It took him about 45 minutes to take one leg out of his car, when the younger man would have taken a millisecond to jump out of that car, even whilst in motion. Why do you insult all that? But we all understand our president himself is an old man. 76 years, 77. He's looking for 4 more years to take him to 80, 81. And this is what they don't want us to say. Ghana, come together, let us reason. Let's put our brain in our skulls. It looks like we have left our brain somewhere. Think. Anyway, Michael Quay lost. And Alban Blackburn became the new speaker. But before that, there was a whole caboodle. Carlos Ahinkra. I've intentionally removed the honorable from that name because it doesn't deserve it. Decided to snatch some ballot papers and ran in the Parliament House that has been turned into a comedy theater. My brother, my sister, by people, Ghanaians, well-meaning Ghanaians, voted for to represent them in Parliament. Carlos Ahinkra snatched papers, and we all saw that on TV. He was running around like an accursed mad dog. Other MPs had to run after him and hold him down. And shamelessly, my brother, my sister, he released a statement. Instead of bowing down his big head in shame, Carlos Ahinkra, with a fat stomach like a pregnant antelope, my brother, my sister, is still saying things that are so obnoxious, so nauseous. Let's be Ghanaian. You know what Carlos Ahinkra said? After saying all those lengthy things, he said the NPP in him could not be controlled. How about the Ghana in you? It escaped all of a sudden, right? It was not important anymore. He is more NPP than Ghanaian. Listen to these empty heads that you have put in power. This was a man who was a deputy MP, minister, somewhere, something, until he was shamefully sacked by Nanado. And you all remember what happened. I'll tell you how the whole Carlos scenario started. You remember in Parliament there was a time Honorable Blakk was granting an interview to a journalist. And Carlos Ahinkra bumped into this interview, or better still, get crashed into the interview and started insulting this man. And we all saw that on TV. Insulted him. You are a fool. You are this. You are this. On camera, my brother, my sister. People who are supposed to be called honorables. Luckily, this man took it cool and then went through the right channels because he called him a thief. At the end of the day, he apologized. Listen, first apology. He apologized for insulting Blakk in public. Now, the second thing was, during the registration, when everybody was running helter-skelter, hiding from coronavirus, the same Carlos Ahinkra, who tested positive for coronavirus, walked all the way from his house, my brother, my sister, to one of the police stations because he had heard that there was an IT problem, and he who does not know anything about IT rather walked from his house to the polling station, my brother, my sister, having tested positive for coronavirus at the time that the whole coronavirus thing was so mystified. Shook hands with 1 million people. Before he got back into his car, he shook hands with yet another 5 billion people. And when he was asked ignorantly, he said, oh, I am asymptomatic and I cannot give the thing out to anybody. That's why I decided to go there. Another question, are you an IT expert? He said, oh, no, not at all. I just went to check. You went to check what? President was so embarrassed he had to kick Carlos Ahinkra out of the ministry. And now, as an MP, Look at the embarrassment he's brought again. After invading the police station, he again apologized. And this time around, my brother, my sister, he has apologized again. He's an apology of an apologist. A man who continues apologizing every now and then is either brainless or he has a stroke of the brain. You are either brainless or you have a stroke of the brain. People like this should not hold public offices in this country because they keep embarrassing people like Trump is embarrassing America. My brother, my sister, at the end of the day, this is a man who is holding public office. And he decides to apologize. His apology is an apology of apologist. Oh, the PP in me could not be controlled. My God. But the Ghana in you was subdued, trampled under your feet. After all of you people don't even believe in the struggles of Kwame Nkrumah. And people who believe they are more NPP than Ghana are not people you have to trust. And people who believe they are more NDC or CPP or more party than the country are not a people who should hold any position in this country. They can hold positions in their parties, but in the bigger picture of Ghana, they are never supposed to be part of it. I leave it here, my brethren, my sister. We have been talking about this issue, and Ghanaians have to open their ears. This is the time for critical thinking. And I keep telling the youth this. If you sit down like fools, you will continue playing in your tomfoolery, living in the fool's paradise, hang on your Sakawa poverty and die in your Sakawa nature, be buried in a Sakawa coffin and a Sakawa grave. Think deep, or else you will become a fleeting illusion of a human being. Think about it. I'll leave Kalosa somewhere and I tackle another issue. Sister, things are happening in this country, and I need everybody to open their ears and their eyes and watch rapt attention. My brother, my sister, there are so many things, and I don't even know which ones to tackle this time. But let us look at this. Now, this same voting in Parliament, we had Honorable Chichinga Mutaka. My brother, my sister, Asawasi MP, talking about the fact that a Supreme Court judge allegedly called a member of the NDC a female, trying to bribe this member to vote in the parliament for the other party so that they could have their choice of speaker. They promised her cars, fees, and whatever for her children, according to Honorable Muntaka. My brother, my sister, if this story is true, is it those same supreme judges that an MP, Canada, Japan, said are fools? Is it not the same judges that the same Canada, Japan said that they are stupid? Did we all hear it, or we are now hearing it for the first time? Is it? Did the Supreme Court judge in this case, as opined, or better still, alleged by Honorable Muntaka? Are they the same Supreme Court judges sitting on very important issues, hinging on the lives of the people in this country? I'm just asking questions. I leave it there. I believe that they'll be able to go deep into it and to the bottom of it so Ghana can be a better place. I leave it here. I look at the next issue. Now on Tuesday, I'm sure the whole of Ghana heard that there was an assailant who came in here, and I was supposed to be the target of this assailant. You deserve to know because you listen to this show, and you deserve the finest information. Well, I was sitting right here, doing my thing. I just finished with the Blakk pot, and I was getting ready to get into the African history class. You all heard it when the station went off. Boom. So I was sitting down here in darkness, waiting to hear what excuse Namwan's people would bring to me this time. So as I was looking around and waiting, my producer came in and said, panting as if he had come from a pentathlon. My brother, my sister, what's the problem? Talk to me, brethren. He said somebody from the national security had come in, and because he said he was from the national security, they opened the gate and wanted him to sign something, whatever, to authenticate his visit or formalize his visit. The moment they opened the gate, he just started running and shouting, where is that black Rasta? Where is that black Rasta? Where is that black Rasta? The security started shouting, stop, stop, stop. But he kept running. He knew exactly where the studio was. My brother, my sister, and security now ran inside to pick up the gun. You know, it is in Ghana. You could have a gun that you have never even seen for 20, 30 years. He went in and picked his gun. By what time? This man had already come up here. I saw some movement whilst I was here. People moving around. I could see some discomfort. So I was wondering. And I don't like it when I'm on radio and people are talking. If you want to talk, go out and shout as much as you can. You cannot disrupt my show. I was just about to explode when the lights went up. Boom. In fact, the whole studio went off. So my producer and I came in and said that national security man had gone upstairs because he heard the sound of the broadcast up there. So he went up there and started destroying the machines. There was a technician there. He pepper sprayed him according to the technician. Pepper sprayed him, and when he ran away, he got into our other studio upstairs and locked it up, thinking Black Rasta was in there so he could finish him. But when he entered, lo and behold, there was no Black Rasta. He was disappointed and started destroying the machines. That was what made the station go off. We had called the police. I was told the security called the police. Just before the police arrived, and I'm talking about East Legon police, this guy jumped from the window, first floor, trying to escape. But at that time, the few people who were here had accosted him, and there was a little bit of struggle. And he was huge, thick, tall, my brother, wearing military boots. You've seen the pictures on Facebook, right? Military boots. Jumped down, got engaged in a scuffle, and the security man now fired his gun. And remember, that gun was not a pistol. It was pump action. And if you know guns, I don't know guns, you know how the pump action behaves. It comes out with so many pellets, all into the back of this guy. The security man said he aimed at his leg, but the guy was so rowdy that he turned at the time that he fired, and the bullet hit his back. He laid down, and people here thought he was dead. At that time, the security had already whisked me into my office. The studio was off anyway, so I sat down and was waiting. When I heard the gunshot, I thought that it was a warning shot from the police. Only to come out about 5 minutes later, and police was all over the place. They carried the man. We were brought to the police hospital. And for me, the man should still be with the police, because the police hasn't come out officially to say that the man has escaped, even though it is all over social media, Ghana Web, that the man is not at the police hospital. He has escaped. And the information we are getting is that he was not booked in there as a suspect. You know, as a suspect, you'll be handcuffed to your bed. But he was booked in there a victim, just like any patient. My brother and sister, we haven't heard that from the police. So I take this as a rumor. We are waiting for the police to come out and tell us exactly what happened. Is the man still in the custody of the police? Do the police have his name? Is he truly from the national security? Is that why all of a sudden people are saying that he's missing? Why would he come for me in broad daylight? My brother, my sister, leave this for the police to come out and tell us exactly what it is. But as you can see, I am all hale and hearty. I am all strong and hot. And you all know, when it's not your time, there is no way you'll be robbed off your time. I thank you for your prayers. I thank you for all the love. And I thank you for everything. And I say congratulations to all the people who prayed and to all the people who continue to stand by us. Of course, we have a few haters around who don't like the truth. They are so intolerant. But this is a very terrible government. Nana is the worst president this country has ever had. In his regime, people are targeted left, right, center. MPs belonging to his party threaten people on live radio and they go scot-free. MPs threaten to burn former presidents, to burn their houses, to kill them. Yet they walk scot-free. Yet the Muntie boys, about judges that they were going to deal with, and they languished in jail. We are living on an animal farm. Somebody is so dead-minded, he doesn't even understand what I'm talking about. It's time to critically think. Those who know me, they know that when it is right, I say it. When it is wrong, I don't care who is in power. That is why I don't belong to any political party. Politicians have been scared of me to come to me and propose something. They know it won't work. I've told you time and again. The day that you will hear that Blakk Rasta says, vote for me for MP, or vote for me for assemblyman, or for me for caucus, whatever, that is the day I will begin to sell out. Because I'm a kingmaker. I will never be president, never be MP, never be caucus, never be whatever. All I care about is for the country to grow, is for the country to live clean. You go to America and you see how the Americans live, you're happy. Look at how Trump is misbehaving in America, calling on his fans and supporters to attack the Capitol. At the end of the day, democracy thrives. Arnold Schwarzenegger, just a couple of days ago, released the whole video, and he belongs to Trump's party. He was the governor of California. He said Trump is the worst president. Those of you who haven't seen the video, go and check it. You've watched Arnold Schwarzenegger in movies. He was born in Austria, but he went to America and was able to make it. At the end of the day, democracy thrived. But in this country, we have people who would insult judges, vilify them, and nothing happens to them. We have people who will threaten the former presidents and other people to burn them, insult them using unprintable words. Yet they are untouchable because you have old sleeping president who does not know what time it is of the day. Every time he wakes up from bed asking, boss, if you are not careful, he even greet you good morning. And it is late in the night. Is this an insult? It is true. You have a clueless old man as your president, and you don't want people to say that. Do I look like somebody you can silence? In your wildest dreams, hallelujah. The day I feel that I'm silenced will be the day that I am dead. I was born to talk, and I will talk even in front of your great-grandfather. Respect is due to every human being. But at the end of the day, the truth is supreme. My brother, my sister, it's been the Blakk Pot. And I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I thank you. I thank you for the love. And I thank you for all the energy. In this country, we have a big problem. We have a huge problem. And this problem can only be solved by people of this country. Yes. This problem can only be solved by the people of this country. Don't wait for America to come and solve it for you, because America has its own problems. America has one of the biggest problems there. Look at how Trump is behaving. Over the weekend, somebody sent me a message, said, yeah, Trump is making me proud. He's exposing America, say you are an idiot. Trump is making who proud? Trump? And there are some stupid Christians around who are also going around saying that Trump is a Christian, and for that matter, they should support him. Support who? Is this a Christian? Is that a Christian? When the American people are struggling to even take the bag that contains the nuclear codes. Do you know what the nuclear codes are? He's the only one who has the key to the nuclear codes, and he always holds that in a bag. When he opens that bag and he goes into that nuclear code, he will explode the whole world. You see it as an answer. Trump, that madman who is walking around in America, has a bag. And that bag is held by every American president. Now that he's president, no wonder Barack Obama said he's unfit for office. He's walking around with it. Thankfully, I hear it has been encoded again that he cannot go into it, and they are thinking about impeaching him for an unprecedented second time. That is your hero. That is your hero. Anyway, our presidential issues are also in the courts. It is time now for the Supreme Court judges and the whole of the judiciary, my brother, my sister, to live up to expectation and grab back that respect that they have always had, until in recent times when some people decided to drag their name into the mud. In Ghana, they tell you, when you get a thief, please kill the thief. Because when the police people take him away, they will investigate until the grandfather of the thief dies, the thief's own great-grandchildren die, after the thief himself died 100 years back, and investigating. But for me, I'll tell you that there's still hope. I love Ghana police. I love the immigration. I love the soldier. And I love every other person who risks his life to protect us. Ghana will be better. Now it's hot. It's rough. Politicians help us. We can only help ourselves. That is why I am not rich. Because my colleagues I started with have 10 houses, 8 houses. I am still struggling with a caricature of a kiosk called a house. But I'm grateful. To God be the glory. My name is Blakk Rasta, and I appreciate you. I thank you so much. It's been the pot, a.k.a. Kukush.